Got a weird car that you want to use to tow something and you can't find a trailer hitch? Build your own, like I did. This time on Finnegan's Garage, I'm building a trailer hitch for Blasphemi just so I can tow this pile around. This car's never had a bumper and probably never will, so I'll build a hitch that bolts in here because I don't like, cutting up stuff and ruining stuff and welding stuff to the chassis if I don't have to. Plus the chassis, although filthy, is actually powder coated and it's kind of nice. So there's the plan. Step number 1, cut out that cross member. When I moved cross country to Georgia, I needed a bunch of ratchet straps for inside the moving truck to hold stuff down. And the most economical place to go buy those things was Harbor Freight. So I bought, 50 of these things. So I've got a bunch of them. And granted, these are not the most heavy-duty things in the world, but if you need volume, there you go. And I think and try not to wreck the powder coating as best I can. Alright guys and gals, it's time to drill the bolt holes. Got my trusty Harbor Freight supplied central machinery drill press. Economical, and it works fairly well. This is our roughed in bracket for, this is the passenger side of the car. You can see the plasma cutter dug into the side a little bit, but don't sweat that, most of it's going to get trimmed away. I'm going to start out with a 1/4" drill bit, find the center of the hole and drill it, and then I'm going to step up to a 9/16 inch drill bit. This is about 30 thousandths of an inch bigger than a 1/2 inch diameter bolt. That will give us enough slop to make the hitch easy to install and remove should we ever need to take it off the car. Alright, and as always, use lube. Your drill bits will thank you. This is part of our cross member. Remember, 3/16 wall square tubing, and the receiver is prefab. I bought this. I think it was about 13 bucks. It's very cheap. It's 8-inch receiver tube. It's already got the collar on the end of it, already drilled for the pin. You can find this stuff all over the place. I bought it from McMasterCar.com because it was convenient. I live in the middle of nowhere pretty much, so there isn't a good place for me to go buy this stuff. But if you're near an industrial metal supply or metal supermarkets, any one of those kind of places, they'll have this stuff. Or like I said, you can buy it online, ready to go, grind the powder coat off of it, and build your own trailer hitch. So this might not go well. I don't know. That's 3/16 rectangle tubing. This is the fine cold slugger, which you've seen before. And I've only used this to cut round stainless steel tubing, fairly thin wall stuff for headers. And the blade is actually missing a tooth, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Oh, hearing protection. Too many days, weeks, and years of drag strips has affected my hearing, so. Please don't blow up. Wow. Not bad. Even with a chipped blade, it still went through it pretty damn good. Again, I think I paid $500 for this saw, and totally happy with it. Look at that. We're getting close. Next step will be to figure out how much of the receiver I can keep. The gas tank is right behind it, so I'm not going to be able to sink this in and make it look cool and have that protrude backwards and hit the gas tank. So we'll end up trimming this, stripping the powder coating off of it. I'll craft a plate right here out of 3/16 steel, and that'll not only gusset the three pieces together, but there'll also be openings here for safety chains. And then we'll weld our side pieces onto the end of the tube here. Paint her gloss black to match the chassis. And we're done. I've got the receiver tube spaced off the table with a couple of chunks of aluminum because it won't sit flat with the collar on there. And all I'm going to do right now is put a couple of tacks with my MIG welder on there and then go test fit it. Here's our gusset plate. If you look close, the shaded area, that's everything that I'm going to keep. The not shaded area, that's going to get plasma cut out. That's where our safety chain will attach to. And the other thing that this plate will do is it will also tie the three pieces of tube together, making a much, much stronger trailer hitch. There we have it. Custom trailer hitch for Blasphemi. It is strong. It is admittedly overkill, but I know it's not going to break. And for those of you that are wondering out there, The drag boat weighs about 1,600 pounds. I'm guessing the trailer weighs about the same, so we're not hauling a ton of weight here. But the other reason I also built this is that I'm going to build a rack that's going to slide in here that'll carry my toolbox, fuel jugs, drag slicks, all those things that I would like to have for events like Drag Week, but without carrying a trailer. Yeah. Moment of truth. This is the anti-roadkill moment, because I wasn't in a hurry when I built this, and I wasn't building an entire car in like a week on the side of the road somewhere, so this should fit. Ratcheting wrenches. Gift from the gods. Now I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're going, he just bolted it on there, and it's bare metal. He didn't even bother to paint it. And you're right, I did not paint it. Want to know why? Because it's 24 degrees in Georgia right now. And I don't paint anything in here because there are one or two things in here with nice paint jobs already that I don't want overspray on. So paint job on that's going to have to wait until it gets a little warmer in Georgia. So I won't do that, but I will hitch the boat up and go for a drive.